All right, boys, let's get into something serious. This is how to control your desires. From my experience, from the people that I've spoke to, the things that I've read, I can come up with a small, short guide on how to actually control your desires, your lower, nasty, weak desires that you have. In Islam, we call it the nafs, right? Which is like there's three types of nafs basically, and most humans are on the first nafs, which is the lowly self. How do you control that desire? I want to go over that in this video. Now, before I start, I do want to say that never give up. Okay, please do not give up trying to control your desires or your nafs. And I feel like I am like a walking example, but not just me. I'm not trying to hype myself up. Other people I know as well, plenty of people I'm sure you know, they never gave up. There was many points in my life where I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this, bro. Like, I don't know if I can beat myself. I really don't know. You get to that point and you're just like, how am I gonna actually control my desires? Is that even possible? Like, they have such a tight grip on me, on my brain, on my body. I can't do shit other than do what my desires want me to do. But it's like, don't give up. Never lose faith in the mercy of Allah. Never give up. Never think that there's no way out of it. Eventually you will find a way out. Okay, now to start this, I have a quote. I honestly don't know who said it, but it's a really nice quote. Your desires, or your nafs, is an Islamic quote, but basically your desires is your first battlefield. If you are victorious over it, then you will find the other battlefields easier. And I cannot agree more, because I feel like my past 2-3 years of life have just been trying to get like a grip on my desires. And I'm not saying I'm some addicted goddamn crazy ass rapist or serial killer or anything like that, but it's just like, I knew that if I don't control this, there's nothing, I can't accomplish anything else in my life. Like, I have to control this. This is like the bare minimum. If I got to do something, it got to be this. And I understood that now I'm able to overcome all kinds of challenges, right? So a few tips about controlling your desires. Okay, this is how I did it. This is how a lot of people do it. You got to do some research. You got to, like I've said before in many videos, knowledge is key. It really is power. It really is very important for you to know. Okay, you have to know. A person who knows is much better than a person who does not know. And in this case, you have to know what you're doing, why what you're doing is wrong for you. Okay, your desires are going to lead you to certain pathways or certain things that are very, very bad, whether it be drugs, violence, sexuality, things of porn and all that stuff like that. Whatever it is, you have to do some research about it, and you have to find out, why is this bad for me? Because humans, our brain, the way it works is that you're never gonna go towards something if it's bad for you. You're always gonna go towards something that's good for you. Okay, that's just the way God created you. That's the fight or flight instinct. You're gonna flight from something that's bad for you. You're just like, nah, why would I do that? That's stupid. But you keep going towards these things because you don't have a control over your desires, but also because you don't know why it's so bad for you and how bad it is for you. Once you start doing some research, drugs are really bad for you. Porn is really bad for you. Wasting your time, being lazy, whatever. All these things are really bad for you. Violence, killing, stealing. This is gonna take you down a path that you don't even want to step on. So stop it before it starts. You do that by research. You do that by gaining knowledge on the subject you're trying to avoid. The more you know, the better off you are. I know now why these things are so bad for you. If you asked me, hey Madni, why is this one thing bad? Porn, weed, whatever, I can give you a whole lecture and I can tell you exactly why it's bad for you. And it's not going to help you right away, but it will get it into your mind that, okay, he's right. These are things that are bad for me. I don't know why I have a desire to go towards them. I shouldn't want to go towards them at all. It's horrible for me. So that's one thing you really want to do your research. Another thing is the understanding of this one principle, which is short-term gain is always going to lead to long-term pain. Sorry, not always, but majority of the time. Okay, majority of the time, especially in a situation like this where you're trying to control your desires, yes, you might have a lot of fun right now, but it will eventually lead to a long-term gain where you're depressed, you're unhappy with your life, you're miserable, you're like, why is my life like this? I don't understand what's going on. Well, it's because you kept focusing on the short-term gain, the short-term happiness, instead of focusing on the long-term happiness, and you ruined everything. So if you understand that about your life, if you understand that about your desires, that okay, these desires are fun. Of course they are. They're meant to be fun. That's the test, right? They're so fun, but is the short-term happiness worth the long-term gain? I don't believe so. And you should really understand that when it comes to controlling your desires. You really need to understand that, how do I put a foot down on my nafs? Understand the short-term happiness will majority of the time never lead to long-term happiness. It just doesn't make sense. And the third thing is the idle mind. Okay, never have an idle mind. The idle mind is the devil's workshop. Idle is like you ain't got shit to do. You just bored. You just wasting your damn time. Don't ever put yourself in a position like that. Always have something to do. Always stay busy. Always keep moving. Stay motivated. Stay productive. Okay, that's how you're able to control your desires. Like, always be on the move. Don't just be sitting there not doing shit. Don't just have a plan for today. If you're off today, you done got no work, don't just be like, I'm just gonna sit there not doing anything. Maybe one day you might might need that just to rest and recover, but you shouldn't keep a habit of that. Okay. And the fourth thing is to surround yourself with like-minded people. Surround yourself with people who are avoiding what you want to avoid, or who have already avoided what you want to avoid, or people who are on the same journey as you. Okay, me and my friends, we both want to quit weed. Let's go together on this journey and quit weed. Let's help each other out. That really does help. It goes a long way to surround yourself with people who are on the same journey as you, who are on the same path. It will help you defeat and put a foot down on your desires, on your nafs. So I hope this helps.